So last year, during the Gilbert Arenas podcast, Sheryl Swoopes famously was trying to stir the pot. All right? Or as I like to call it or refer to it as, start some shit. That's what she was trying to do in regards to the Indiana Fever and their locker room situation.
Did you catch the latest WNBA drama? Sheryl Swoopes just made a huge revelation about the Indiana Fever. She said the team was unraveling due to Caitlin Clark's influence, with stars like Kelsey Mitchell being sidelined. But hold on, Mitchell's reaction is about to leave you speechless.
So Sheryl Swoopes has said absolute nonsense, and she is trying to speak it into existence. She is actually trying to break up the Indiana Fever, which is not a surprise.
You won't believe what just went down. Kelsey Mitchell is back. She's signed on for next season, and get this, she's secured one of the biggest contracts in WNBA history. It's a plot twist no one saw coming, and the reactions from the team and fans, completely jaw-dropping.
Man, I gotta tell you, Sheryl Swoopes is getting crushed. Yesterday, today, after Kelsey Mitchell agreed to resign.
You won't believe what just went down. Kelsey Mitchell is back. She's signed on for next season, and get this, she's secured one of the biggest contracts in WNBA history. It's a plot twist no one saw coming, and the reactions from the team and fans, completely jaw-dropping.
There's a lot of other shit going on that players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Over there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some
No,
new shit,
that,
some
yeah, like
shit's
it's a
going on
lot.
around there.
It's a lot. So you have players that are very significant on this Indiana Fever team that are like, I
don't want to be here.
This is where
Players are clashing, egos are flaring, and team unity is disintegrating as quickly as a sandcastle at high tide. Claims are being made that no one wants to stay, as if the locker room has become a suffocating place that nobody can escape.
She came on and was claiming that it was a sort of toxic environment, and I guess Caitlin Clark fans were making it hard on other players, and they were really struggling. Maybe some people wanted out of there. She was heavily referring to Kelsey Mitchell.
But it doesn't stop there. She's now blaming Caitlin Clark's fans, claiming they're making things difficult for the other players. According to Swoopes, all the focus on Clark is creating unnecessary tension. She's also bringing Kelsey Mitchell into the conversation, saying she's not receiving the recognition she rightfully deserves.
because there were people who were saying they should win the championship. Now, y'all, be realistic. I was very realistic. Yeah, they should make the playoffs, which they did. And for the most part, I totally agree with you. I think Christy did as good of a job as she could have. Managing all of the craziness, all of the Caitlin mania, all of the hype, all of the media. It was just so much that came with that. And then, personally, here's where I think they didn't do a very good job, and that was with Kelsey Mitchell, who's an unrestricted free agent, because Kelsey Mitchell had a hell of a season this season. And I don't think she got the credit that she deserved. But you said it, there was so much she had to deal with.
You might be asking, why is Swoopes causing all this drama? She's neither playing for the Fever nor coaching them, yet it feels like she's lobbing grenades from the sidelines. But when you take a closer look, there's really no substance to her words, just rumors and noise.
But to do what she did this year with that team, with all the fans coming for it, just was ugly, right? It was just ugly. But for her to be able to do what she did with that team, get them to the playoffs since 2016, I believe, was the last time they were in the playoffs. And then the season's over, and you wait until a few days ago to say thank you, but no thank you.
Here's where it gets even more interesting. It turns out Swoopes might not have all her facts in order, because what happened next caught everyone by surprise. Kelsey Mitchell, the player Swoopes claimed wasn't getting enough recognition, just re-signed with the Fever for a massive $249,200 one-year deal. That's a huge contract in the WNBA.
And Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever welcome back Kelsey Mitchell after officially re-signing her in free agency on Wednesday. Clark and the organization paid tribute to the veteran guard after she put pen to paper.
It's almost as if Mitchell saw all the drama and thought, nah, I'm good right here. When she walked back into that arena, the crowd went absolutely wild. Fans were screaming and leaping out of their seats. It felt more like a rock concert than a basketball game.
Stay.
And I met one of the greatest people in the world, Caitlin Clark, who's like just ran the basketball world. So I think together we hope to make you guys proud. We hope to make you guys feel like you're a part of our success and our journey. And I'm here. Let's do it.
Can you imagine Swoopes' reaction if she saw that? After all that talk about tension with Caitlin Clark, Mitchell walks right up to her and gives her a huge bear hug. Talk about defying expectations.
She's smart. No, not only is she a badass, just a straight gunslinger on the court. I mean, she gets to play with Caitlin Clark. I mean, right there. Then I met one of the greatest people in the world, Caitlin Clark. Oh boy, Sheryl Swoopes, not looking good right now.
You could see the genuine joy on both their faces. Mitchell even posted on social media saying, "I am excited to be back." Does that sound like someone stuck in a toxic environment? The Fever locker room is nothing like the war zone Swoopes made it out to be. Sure, it's not perfect, but it's far from a disaster. Mitchell is fully committed to her partnership with Clark, even saying, "I hope to make you guys proud." It's like she's sending a message to fans. I'm all in.
They wanted this duo right here that was hanging out together, literally hanging out together. Wanted them to break apart. All right, yeah. Robin Lundberg, don't let somebody go tell Sheryl Swoopes, miserable ass, so I can see her crash out. Caitlin Clark effect.
There's been talk about players trying to take down Caitlin Clark, but Mitchell is stepping up in a big way. It's like she's saying, "You want to mess with my teammate? You got to go through me first." That kind of mindset is what builds championship teams. The Fever's future is looking bright. They got Clark, the rookie sensation, and Mitchell, the proven star. Plus, they've shown they're willing to invest in keeping their talent. So things are definitely moving in the right direction.
I'm guessing, and I'm going to keep it real, I think the only person, and this is just reckless speculation if you want to call it that, Melissa Smith, I would guess, would be the one that she may have heard wanted out. Now, whether or not Sheryl Swoopes actually heard that from her or heard it from somebody like Dejanay Carrington, who knows? But she heavily implied that it was Kelsey Mitchell, and well, you were wrong.
This isn't just about the Fever, it's about the entire WNBA. When you've got drama like this and players making bold moves, people start paying attention. And when people are talking, they're watching. Can you imagine what it's going to be like when the games actually start? This season is shaping up to be one for the history books. Mitchell and Clark aren't just changing the game. They're reshaping the culture of women's basketball. Love them or hate them, they're making history.
Don't let Sheryl see this. Sheryl Swoopes somewhere seeing that push notification on her phone. Yeah, she's losing it.
Social media is exploding like a volcano, and Sheryl Swoopes is right in the middle of it. It's like a digital dunk contest, but instead of basketballs, people are throwing memes and roasts. Can you believe how fast things flipped? Let's break it down. Remember when Swoopes was all doom and gloom about the Fever? Now she's probably wishing she could hit the rewind button on everything she said. Fans are coming in hot, and I mean asterisk hot asterisk. They're posting stuff that's straight up fire.
1 year deal. In case you guys do not know this, that's a lot of money in the WNBA. I'm not even going to kid you. That's a lot of money, right? Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. It's not where players want to be. Nailed it again, Sheryl Swoopes, laughing my ass.
What's up, everybody? Kelsey Mitchell here, and I'm a Fever girl again. So, to my fans, to the basketball world, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to be back. And he's been good to me, and hopefully I could pour in and give the same. So, here's to being a Fever girl.
If you don't literally want to play with what is the biggest phenom to ever walk into your league, if you don't want to be a part of that, ooh, I mean, look, the players playing other places, players around the league, they can't stand Caitlin. You can tell.